Hey friends, this is Dr. Hazel-Grace Yates, and I'm here to talk with Brittney Bliss. And Brittney is coming to us, yes, from Nevada City, California. And you are a sacred sexuality coach, and you're going to be leading Orgasmic Yoga at our virtual intimacy retreat, which I am so fascinated to talk to you about because I've never done Orgasmic Yoga or talked to anyone about it. So, Brittney, how is it to be here with me this morning?
It's so great to be here with you this morning. I started my day off with my own orgasmic yoga practice, so I'm feeling all juicy and ready to be here. So stoked to share with you guys this practice and yeah, talk
Awesome.
about all kinds of yummy things.
Great. So tell us, what is a sacred sexuality coach and how is it that you came to do that work?
Yeah, so for me, I'll break it down. Sacred first, I really invite all of my clients to drop into what is sacred to them. It's not like coming from this lineage or this teaching. It's, what is sacred to you? And same with sex. What is sex to you? It's not just, like penis and vagina. It's so much more than
Uh-huh.
that, obviously, And so for me, sacred sexuality coach is I'm here to help you to drop into your deepest desires and come into alignment with them. Figure out, what are some things that are blocking you, that are holding you back from reaching that reality, and come into alignment with that. And so I use a lot of somatic based practices. Yes, I've studied, Tantra and Taoism, and I have all of this like background and all kinds of different sacred teachings. But really, I give you different parts of that, and you get to create, this is what's sacred to me. And ugh, yeah, of course we use energy bodies and all of that, but it's going deeper into your truth and figuring really what your true essence is, what your natural sexuality is like, and creating from there.
Okay, I noticed myself feel so relieved and elated and glad because hearing you share what I say is not being dogmatic and not being like this is the truth and this is the way and this is how you do it and this is the right way. And like letting people come to that on their own, what both sacredness and sexuality is to them, and knowing that that's always a dynamic process and that it's never static and it changes over their life. So
Yeah.
whew, thank you. I'm okay. So yeah, and tell me, is there any personal reason why this matters to you, like how you got into this?
Yeah. So, I was raised Catholic. And so actually within that, usually, when I drop that, people are like, oh yeah, like I know your trauma you carry with that, which like obviously there's, some within that. But at the same time, like I remember my mom, having the sex talk with me, and it actually being like me, like being like, whoa, this is the most magical thing. This is how babies are created. This is how life is brought here. And so right away I got this like that sacred, that magic, that juiciness within the
Mm.
conversation.
Wow.
And really just really honoring how incredible and powerful sex can be.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And with that, like, yes, it was like when you're married you do this and all of that, so there was some, but I didn't really hold on to that. I was just like, wow, this is amazing, this is how life is created.
Wow.
And as I got older, I realized my friends were being lied to. They weren't being told the truth and all this. And I remember being a kid on the playground, like, in elementary school, being like, oh my God, like, I need to teach people the truth. And so, really, this has been a lifelong journey for me. I've known, you know, my whole life that this is something I wanted to do. And it's just kind of taken on different forms. There was a long period of time where I was more in the Western side of it, in the medical side, and really wanted to get into elementary schools and teach positive sex education.
Right.
And, as I got into high school, as soon as I found out my friends were sexually active, I was like, all right, we're going to Planned Parenthood. You're getting on birth control. Like, you're going to be responsible. You're not going to get pregnant. And like, wear condoms. Like, I was the condom fairy in Pride Parade. After I graduated college, I had my dream job. I was a sex educator for the state of Colorado, like doing all kinds of like things that were all like in the Western side of everything.
Right.
And a lot of it was, even though I was like positive and fun, a lot of it for me was still fear-based. It was like, here's how to have safe sex.
Uh-huh. Right.
Don't get pregnant. Don't, and like, if you do, like, all right, like here are your options.
Right.
If you get an STD, no big deal, but here, it's like, no shame. Let's work through it. But also like take preventative steps. And so for me, along that journey, I was dating someone that I deeply loved, but I also wasn't really wanting to have sex with him, and was like feeling disconnected from my body, not having that much fun, not feeling that free. I still had a lot of my own shame that has just been deeply imprinted in me. And, not like because of one particular thing, but it's like our world that we are raised in.
Yeah, totally.
And so I went and I studied yoga. And within that journey, I realized a little bit more about what hormonal birth control was doing to my body, and got more into the holistic side. And then I studied Tantra and Taoism, and like really got into more of the mystical arts and understanding, oh, wow, we have these energy channels that move through our body. And oh, wow, I can channel my sexual creative life force energy and have full body orgasms. And like, I just took everything to a whole nother level. And it's like, oh, wow, sexuality can be used to manifest, to create. I can like use my, not just like create babies, but like, bring this energy all the way up to my third eye, my crown, and like got into all that stuff. And for me now, it's my like core thing that I really try to empower all my clients with. And, even people just like that get to work with me, is to unite their heart with their sex and their consciousness, and really to have it come into this like full body thing, and really in alignment with their truth, their original nature, and their sexuality. And so that's a quick little synopsis of my journey of how I got here. But really, it's just,
I'm like, I can't stop my jaw from just being like, it's so beautiful. Thank you. That was such a clear, concise story. And I know that that's like a whole lifetime and so many stories in there, but I really got it. And I think the thing that I'm amazed by is I don't hear from very many sex educators about their journey starting so young. It's usually like through trauma, and then there's some sort of transformation. And I'm just captivated by, I'm imagining this ancient knowing of yourself as a young child who could like in that moment hear from your Catholic mother about birth, that you knew the sacredness of it, like you felt the truth of it somewhere in your system. And so I'm just like, just celebrating that inner knowing and wisdom that is in you.
yeah. So, thank you. Yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And I also do want to also give a little shout out to Brittney Spears. She was also a big influence on my life. I remember like seeing her and Christina Aguilera and being like, I want to be the sex symbol and be on stage and sharing and be like in my body and do whatever I want and be like sexually liberated that way. And so I definitely grew up like dancing and singing to Toxic and thinking that I also want to do that.
I've never heard of an homage to Brittney Spears in that way. That is awesome.
Yeah. And like, I mean, even, during her crazy days, like, I was like, that's awesome. She's doing whatever she wants. Like,
Totally. Yeah. Great. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about orgasmic yoga. What the hell is that?
Yes. Oh, so first, it's connecting into your body. Yes, I'm going to guide you through different practices where you can learn how to channel your energy. This is what people do in hatha yoga and all of that. But a lot of the times, even in those classes, it's like, if you were to have an orgasm in class, people would be like, yo, what is this person doing? Like, it's very like being in alignment and all of that. And so this is dropping all of that. You can breathe, you can sound, you can move, you can get juicy with your body, you can touch yourself in all of the most delicious ways. And with that, you can also use a yoni egg, or you can use a butt plug or whatever other toys you want. And so you're going to be invited to contract your pelvic floor, your anus, and all of that. And along that, you're going to be pumping your sexual energy through your body. So you're going to be channeling it through your different chakras, coming into full body pleasure and ecstatic states. And this is using, emerging, tantra with, some hatha yoga practices and Taoism and all of that. So really dropping into the energy body that way, but also moving your body, opening it, feeling love, feeling pleasure. I'm going to guide you through basically a self-pleasure practice that's going to be really full-bodied.
I'm just imagining orgasmic yoga studios all over the world.
Yes.
I mean, why not? What is stopping us? What is in the way? Okay. So, tell me, so you're saying folks who have a vaginal opening can insert a yoni egg, and or folks with an anus, which is most human beings, can insert some sort of toy or a thing. Tell us, why is that important, or why would someone want to do that?
Yeah, so with the yoni egg, it's really great because you can connect in with the inside of your body, and you can actually learn how to contract different segments inside of your vaginal canal, and like squeeze at the entrance, squeeze at the middle, squeeze at the top, squeeze on the front, squeeze on the back. And you can actually learn how to suck the egg up and push it down. And as you are doing this, which you'll all be guided through, you are actually resensitizing your vaginal tissue. So you can feel more pleasure, more turn on. This helps.
More pleasure is available?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Awesome.
And so that's, one of the first, there's so many benefits to using a yoni egg, but that's really one of the key things. And it's connecting your brain, reconnecting the neuronal pathways so you can awaken more aliveness within your body.
Yeah.
And so that's the first thing. And then, same with your anus. You can still drop into that part of your body, feel more pleasure, feel more turn on. And that's, the root of your root chakra. But then also working with your sexual energy, your sacral chakra. And so here we're going to be activating, you're going to be invited to contract certain parts of your body. And with that, contract and relax, pulsing. And so this is helping build up your orgasmic potential. And then, when you begin to learn this and learn how to circulate your energy through your body, then, when you are making love with yourself or with a partner or multiple partners, your body's already trained for that. So you can go into heightened states of pleasure a lot faster, and not even faster. It's like have those orgasmic states expanded.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. Well, it sounds like, and I'm really excited that all human bodies, all genders, all body types can show up. And I am on like the anal revolution kick path, because there's so much shame and pain and tension stored anally for so many humans. And this is connected to our security, to our abundance, to our safety. And it took me 10 years, Brittney, 10 years of committed, dedicated work for me to open up, relax, and whew, I'll tell you what, it took a long time. And when I did, I really did feel the difference in my whole life, in my nervous system, but also like how I was doing, how I was moving in the world. So I'm pro anal exploration, opening, connection.
Yeah. And it's so, if I was about to say it's so important, but important it is also like, it's only important if you want to make it important. So I don't want to say if that's something you don't want to get into, that's totally fine.
Totally.
But it's a thing that has a lot of unexplored potential.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking in my head. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, I'm beaming in this moment that who you are and that you are showing up to our community, offering your medicine and your gifts. And this is your first time to be one of our facilitators at our second virtual intimacy retreat. And I'm just touched and honored and grateful for you and your generosity.
Awesome. Thank you. I am so honored, so grateful to be a part of this community. I've spent, usually the summers I'm on tour teaching at festivals and doing retreats and all of that. And so obviously the summer things are different. And to now have this opportunity to gather online with other people and to share this is just such a beautiful opportunity. And I see it as really this gateway for a lot of people that might not be comfortable coming to, I do teach live orgasmic yoga practices at festivals. Yes, like I have a tent that I pop up and like people come in and we go through guided self-pleasure practices. But to feel comfortable doing that in front of everyone, like I look forward to that day it's happening. Right. But I know it's definitely an edge for people. And so I love that this is an opportunity for people to like drop in from the comfort of their own home.
Yes. Yes. And also the accessibility, like some people might not be able to travel, or some people might be too far away, or there might be a disability issue or a financial issue. And that's what I so celebrate about this retreat. And I actually feel really touched because it's like, I thank COVID, because had this not happened, I would have never created this. And this is making this so much more accessible than a lot of my work, and your work as well. So yeah, great. Well, we'll see you this weekend in Orgasmic Yoga. And I am praying that I get to come to your workshop.
Yes. Yeah, I would love that. I hope you can. And I hope, everyone, even if you have questions before, feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to support you on that. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with all of you who say yes.
Yes, you love. Bye.